Alright, again, what's up everybody? My name is Fat Casso. This is the second time of me recording this video because the lighting of the first one I didn't like at all. So I might add clips. This video might be all over the place, I haven't decided yet. Might add clips of the first go around. Or I might just do this again, whatever. But the sneaker that is on the chopping block that we'll be cooking up today is another Lebron. Alright? Lebron 17 to be exact. So without any further ado, let's start cooking. The Command Force Lebron 17 is going to be the base sneaker. For this custom, like most of the customs, the unlacing process is a must, which you'll have to do first. So we're going to unlace it and prep it. This is going to be an easy sneaker to prep. The prepping for this sneaker that I'm going to do, since I'm not taping anything off, is just going to be using a little acetone all over that tongue. So yeah, I'll be back when it's all prepped and everything for you guys. Alright, so this is going to be the same process you'll use with any leather sneaker. It's acetone it. You're going to use fine grit sandpapers to go over it, and you just use acetone one more time to get up any of the nasty stuff that the sandpaper might have brought up. And the reason you're doing that is because, where's garbage at? Is because it's just going to make the leather better to adhere to, the paint to adhere to the leather. So since that's finito, next thing I'm going to be doing is mixing my yellow. Alright, so the next step of my process, how I'm going to be doing, or what I'm going to be doing, is dyeing the tongue. I always try to dye the leathers first before I paint over them, just in case it cracks. Can't even tell. So the dye that I'll be using is Dark Knight Official Candy Yellow over the tongue. And you're going to put that on just like you'll do, don't have a cap or something, just like you'll do any other, like if you're just painting normal. So I'm going to just dab, since this part's not going to take long. Dab it in and just go over the tongue with the yellow. Alright, so don't worry about how dark it is. I just want to show you guys how it's yellow. So now I'm just going to use my heat gun to go over it just so it can dry faster. Then I'm going to mix my concoction of yellow paint and GAC 900 so we can do the whole upper in yellow. Have my red. This is what I'm going to mix everything in. It's a lot easier. I'm lazy. I don't be wanting to clean out all different types of bottles and everything, so I just use plastic cups. So I have my yellow acrylic hair, Angela's of course, and the GAC 900, which is a fabric medium. So if you're going to be doing this custom, you need to use a fabric medium, or this whole upper is going to get crunchy and stiff. Then you need a heat gun so you can heat set it. It's just the process. There's no other ways around it, because if you don't do it, you can still wear the sneaker, but it's just it'll probably crack up and all that stuff. So this is going to pretty much seep into it. I don't know the ratio. I just eyeball it. I eyeball everything. Pour some of that in. Oop. Then you just squirt some of this in. Alright, we're good to go. Have my brush right here. And pretty much dupe after you mix it, of course. So, be right back. Not going to do a time lapse or anything, but dip that in. And you pretty much just go over the sneaker. You can use a sponge too. A sponge works pretty good. Only reason I'm not using a sponge because it's all these details that I don't really want to cover up. And that's what I'm going to do. And for a sponge, you're not going to be able to like really get on the creases and all that stuff. Definitely want to make sure you try to put your hand in it or stuff it with something as much as possible, so you can get all the inner workings of the fabric. Alright, so as you can see, it looks a lot darker like in person than it does on the camera screen right now. But laid the coat. Of course I didn't do the whole thing yet, I just wanted to show you guys what that looks like. And of course when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you're heat setting it. Just like that. You don't want to stay in one spot too long or get too close, because you just don't want to burn the material. So I'm about to heat set it now. Alright, so even more of the sneaker is complete now. Just like that. The reason that I didn't go over the back yet, because I'm going to use like a more fine brush, just so I can get in between all the crevices and everything instead of just painting over it, because it's you can paint over it, but to make the colors pop, you have to acetone like over the colors just to make them pop again. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to take the more fine paintbrush and go through all that. The reason that I didn't do the tongue yet, because since this is the like a fabric soft, like medium, I'm going to use the normal paint over the tongue instead of having it like mixed and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, you can still use the same for the inside and it's not going to get hard or anything, as long as you're using that GAC 900 and heat setting it, so it's not going to get all hard on the inside. Alright, so as you can see, let me focus on the sneaker. The sneaker is pretty much done. Let me put it just so you guys can see a little. There you go. Sneaker's pretty much done. The whole upper has been painted yellow. I heat set it. Next thing I'm going to be doing is painting the laces. There's a special way to paint laces so they don't get all stiff that I'll be showing you guys how to do. Should I do it in the next? No, I'll do it in this video just so you guys can see how to do it. But yeah, just like that. I'm not going to lace them up or anything because I'm just going to let them dry. As you see, I had these done for probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I still haven't laced them up just because I'm in no rush to wear or anything, because where are we going anyway? But yeah, now since the sneaker's done, it's heat set and all that stuff, I do spray a Krylon matte finish spray over it. So I'm going to spray that. Then I'm going to show you guys how to do the laces and not have to worry about them to get all crunchy and everything. And here's the ones I already did for this one. Of course, the original laces were white, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Alright, so to do laces and not having to worry about them getting all crunchy and everything, it's pretty much going to be the same process as if you're painting on fabric. So I have your yellow right here. I'm going to put a decent amount. So you have to dip the lace in there. Gonna have your yellow paint or whatever color you're using, the GAC 900, which is the fabric medium. And like I said, I just eyeball everything just like that. No need to try to sit there and do your little ratios and all that stuff. Of course, you will want to mix it up. Next part of the process is just dipping the laces. I'm going to dip both laces in. You can wear gloves too to make it like less messy. You're just going to dip both laces in the cup and just mix it all in. You see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm going to make sure that it covers the whole thing. What you want to do after this is just strain it out, strain the paint out, and use the heat gun so you can heat set it just like we've been heat setting everything else. I'm just going to clear this table off just so I could do it on this little table that I got here. So now I'm just going to take everything out and strain it, lay it out, and heat set it all. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm just going to turn down the ISO. Maybe it'll be a little better for you guys to see. Who knows, who knows. Get to the tip of it. And just strain all the paint out. Alright, so now I'm just going to put laces on the plate. And this is the key, besides using the fabric medium, is heat setting it and make sure you're getting the, like, pretty much, not the whole sneaker, the whole lace, alright? And I'll just toss it. Just toss it just like that. I'm going to go over this. I'm going to be here for a while just doing this. So I'll cut back when I'm at the next part of the process. So I heat set it. Now what I'm going to do is just hang them up outside. Have them sit there until whenever, how do I get paint on this? Until whenever I remember or I feel like lacing off the sneaker, pretty much. So as you guys can see, the sneakers are pretty much done. I'm just gonna have, well, this is the one that's done, and this one is just gonna, I'm gonna let it air dry, of course. Even though it is dry, I'm just gonna let it air dry. Still gotta lace them up whenever I feel like it. If you don't know, LeBron 17s, the lacing mechanism is horrible. They're such a pain to lace up. That's why I always like prolong lace them up. But pretty much, they're there we go. There we go. The LeBron James 17 Command Force PE. Try to get some pictures and everything taken care of so you guys can see them. If I don't get them here, you can see the pictures, all of the pictures over at my Instagram, of course. That is also Fabcasso, all one word, FABCASSO. Let me know what you guys think of these. The other sneaker I'm doing is right over there. That's gonna be the next sneaker. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Like that.